Hey, it's Tom Gallagher, the Videopreneur, and what you are looking at is the fuse box for a 1961 Chevy Apache pickup truck. I couldn't believe that when I saw it, and so in this video what I'm doing is I'm stripping down as much as I can out of the cab of the truck. So the cab is sitting on a dolly, and what I'm doing right now is trying to remove the instrument cluster. And what's interesting is when I removed all the screws for the instrument cluster, I thought it would come out relatively easy, but it didn't. So then I went on a Facebook group for the Chevy C10s, and I made a post, and I said, you know, I've loosened it, but I can't get it, can't get the instrument cluster out. And luckily, you know, some guys responded, and what there's some little tabs that the screws go into. So the screw goes up through the tab, and then the tab holds the instrument cluster to the dash. So when you pull the screw out, the tab is still there. So you have to get behind it with a screwdriver and then push that tab up. And if I remember correctly, there are four, two on the top, two on the bottom. And once you push those out of the way, you can pull the instrument cluster out. But it was, you know, not having done it before, it was kind of difficult to figure out. I messed with it quite a bit, and then, like I said, I checked with a Facebook group and got the answer that I needed. On top of that, the switches, luckily Lynn knew how to take the switches out, because I'm looking at them and I'm thinking to myself, do they screw out from the back? And you know, he already knew how to take the switches out, so that came in handy. So what I'm doing in this video is just taking off as much as I can. Looks like right now what I'm doing is taking the brake pedal and clutch out. So this had a 3 on the tree, and when I put the LS motor in it, it's going to have an automatic transmission. But the great thing about the Chevy C10, it has a very beefy brake and clutch apparatus, for lack of a better term, or cluster that bolts up underneath the dash, and that's what's hanging down there. You can see the kind of a brown metal, rusted metal part. But anyway, so all I need to do is, and I went on and found a video on that, and all I need to do is take out the clutch, keep the brake pedal, take out the clutch, and then put the entire thing back up there. So it's going to work out perfect. But anyway, it's interesting to see how all this works. And there's the brake and the clutch cluster, for lack of a better term, and I'm just taking out as much as I can out of the cab, removing everything I can, and then I'm also removing any of the wires. So any of the wires that connect to the switches, I'm keeping the connection to the switch, but all the rest of the wire I can cut and get rid of. And I'm also taking out the vents, the side vents on both left and right side. You can see I've already got the vents out. So I'm going to put a whole new wiring harness in here for the LS motor, but also to naturally power everything. I've got a new instrument cluster that is digital that I'll be putting in, and that will be another video. But this is just the process. I didn't go 10x on this video just because it was too much, and I wanted to show just how much work you have to put into this and how slow you have to go so you don't damage anything. So it's switches, it's massaging that instrument cluster out, and slowly you are able to remove things, and if you are cautious about it, you'll have good results. But if you get in there like when I was younger, I would be a blockhead and I would start breaking stuff. Now, over the years, I've gained what they call wisdom, and I've slowed down and do it. So there, I just got the instrument cluster out, and I'm keeping all where it connects, but I'm taking the wire cutters and clipping all the wires to the back. And as I showed on the beginning, That is the fuse box for a 1961 Chevy Apache truck. I never would have thought it would be that small, just 2 fuses and then a connection there and 5 wires on the back. So pretty wild. I'll go ahead and wrap this video up as far as my voiceover is concerned. And again, if you got value, give me a thumbs up. Little HBO, help a brother out. Give me a thumbs up so this video gets out in front of more people. I greatly appreciate you watching the video, following along, your comments, your questions, and greatly appreciate all the support.